If I was to bet $1 for every person that made themselves this question, I think I would be millionaire. I have thought about it, you have thought about it, we all thought about it. The truth is that in some point in the show, even the writers start to lead to this direction. All Twilight's friends will become Alicorns too. Or so we thought. But hey, why this never happened? Hey beautiful people, I am Julie, and in today's video, we'll dive into the most intriguing mysteries of My Little Pony. Why did only Twilight became an Alicorn, and none of her friends did? And for that, I'll break my explanation into 3 parts: destiny and will, individual development, and narrative and impact. So get comfy and let's get going to the video. Let's start by talking about destiny and will. Since the beginning, Twilight was chosen by Princess Celestia for a bigger purpose. It wasn't just to learn magic and friendship, but also lead and protect Equestria. In Magical Mystery Cure, we see Celestia refers to Twilight as the one who was destined to fulfill a special journey. Her transformation in an Alicorn symbolized her evolution and preparation to make this role. Celestia even sings a cute song about it. Twilight had a special destiny that awaits her since the first time she entered Celestia's school. Her transformation was just a mere step to this objective. But Julie, why only her? Why make Twilight friends knowing that one time she'll become a mortal and probably alone? Well, following my thinking, yet in Magical Mystery Cure, Celestia says by understanding your friendships, we win the key to transform magic. That shows us that Twilight was chosen for something bigger. Celestia even mentions that she surpassed all her expectations and made herself worthy to become an Alicorn. It wasn't just a learning matter, but an example to be followed by all ponies. Now let's talk about individual development. Each of Twilight's friends have their own purposes and dreams and missions. Rainbow Dash wanted to be a Wonderbolt since the episode 1. In episode Testing 1 to 3, we see her training hard for the Wonderbolts. Rarity is focused on expanding her boutique, and we see that clearly in a lot of episodes. Always creating new pieces, making fashion shows, and so on. And Fluttershy loves to take care of animals, and I don't see Applejack abandoning her family and the apple farm, even less Pinkie Pie without her loud parties. Their journeys are valuable and meaning by their own, even without the transformation in Alicorn. They also end up fulfilling their unique destinies, and that doesn't make them more or less important nor powerful. For example, Applejack is fundamental for the maintenance of the family tradition and sustain the community, what we see in Apple Family Reunion. And finally, the narrative and impact matter. In the narrative perspective, transforming only Twilight in an Alicorn had a much more dramatic impact to the show. It was an emotional climax and an important development point in the series. In Twilight's Kingdom, we see that Twilight became a princess of friendship, a role that falls beyond a role of an Alicorn. If all transformed, we would dilute the singularity and significance of the moment. Keeping Twilight as the only Alicorn in the group maintains a balance of power and allows her to have a distinct leadership role. For example, in this same episode, when T-Rex is attacking Equestria, we see that Twilight takes the lead and fights against him, using the power of all the princesses combined. Her transformation in an Alicorn and the role of leadership are crucial to the narrative and the conflict resolution in the show. Besides, transforming just Twilight in an Alicorn reinforces the message that each pony has their own path and contributes in different ways. Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Applejack, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie still are essential and inspired characters, each in their own way. That shows that growth and personal realization don't depend necessarily in becoming an Alicorn, but following their true passions. Not to mention that making Twilight the only Alicorn is what makes the show so unique. Since the beginning of the series, we see the figure of an Alicorn as something of royalty, rare and distinct. Imagine if, out of the air, 6 Alicorns show up hanging around. Do you agree with me, or it wouldn't be something so special anymore? And to conclude this topic, let's think about the example of power balance. We see Twilight guiding Starlight Glimmer, showing that her new position implies responsibility and transmission of knowledge and values. If all main 6 were Alicorn, Alicorns that could take away the focus of the importance of individual growth and the contributions of each one. Another interesting matter is that the transformation of Twilight into an Alicorn also is linked of the concept of responsibility and sacrifice, and we see that in various moments where Twilight faces challenges and multiple villains in Equestria. Her transformation in an Alicorn puts her in a position where her decisions have an impact in the future of all ponies. Being an Alicorn isn't just about power and wings, but about carrying the weight of all decisions that mold the destiny of Equestria. It's an important role that demands maturity, wisdom, and a profound sense of responsibility, qualities that Twilight presented constantly along the episodes. As a matter of fact, the narrative of the series emphasizes that friendship is the biggest force of all. Even after the transformation, Twilight still depends on her friends to face the challenges. In Twilight's kingdom, during her fight against Tyrek, we see the union of the main six and the powerful of friendship is essential to rule the peace in Equestria. That reinforces the message that even with the transformation of Twilight, you're all equally important and powerful when work together. Each of the main six contributes in their own unique abilities, showing that the true power comes from the collaboration and union. So guys, I think this is the reason why only Twilight became an Alicorn. Their friends didn't become Alicorns because they simply don't need it. There was no need, since they were useful in their own way, apart from Twilight that has a destiny set since the beginning. But what about you? What do you think? Leave in the comment section so we can keep a discussion going. So did you enjoy this video? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't lose content about My Little Pony. Thank you so much for watching till here, and hasta la vista!